Hey everybody in YouTube land, it's the Red Viking Princess, and look, I just have my crown on today. I'm kind of winging it, as you can tell. Hopefully this won't bug you as far as the video kind of moving a little bit. I have nothing here. I wasn't planning on doing this, but this has been kind of bothering me. I feel like I need to put this video out, and it's just for information because I think people need to know about this story. It's very unique. Totally true. Again, I've never put anything on here that wasn't true. But this is really unique. I don't know of a story like this. I don't know of anything happening like this to anybody else. It's a remote exorcism, but it's very different from just a regular remote exorcism. I was able to see in the spiritual realm and the physical realm and document everything in minutes. So, I didn't plan on doing that, but that's what God told me to do. So anyway, let me set this up a little bit so you'll understand this. So I have a really good friend. We've been friends forever, and he works at a detention facility for teenagers. And there was a kid that he was working with, and this kid was full-blown possessed. And I'm telling you, he was, just because of the fact that even the people that work there that didn't believe in this kind of a thing, they were scared to death of him. He could throw people around. You know, he knew things he shouldn't have known, and weird voices would come out of him that, you know, he didn't make those sounds. He couldn't. So, I mean, obvious possession. So my friend asked me if we could pray kind of to try to exorcise him one day. I had never done it before, but I was game. I thought, you know what, someone's got to do something for this guy. I feel really bad for him. And I have never been to that facility where he works, so I don't know the layout of it. I don't know anything about who works there, what happens there. So I was totally like a blank slate here, not knowing anything. But what we did was we set out to do this on a certain day, and exactly at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a significance to that, and look it up if you don't know what it is. But anyway, what had happened then is I was at home 3 hours away, and I started then, and he started where he was at work. And let me start reading. I'm going to bob my head up and down a little bit, so hopefully that doesn't bother you. I also have my AirPods in, so good for me, not so good for you. It sounds like I'm talking underwater. So hopefully I don't sound like that. That's a little totally irritating. But anyway, so 3 o'clock this started. 3:02, he cried out with a blood-curdling scream. Okay? 3:09. Again, I'm seeing this in the spiritual realm and the natural realm. So 3:09, the guards took him to an isolation room. On the way, he was cussing, spitting, and crying out. 3:15, they left him alone in the cell. 3:16, there were 2 large angels. I saw them, one on each side of him, and both of them put their hands on his head. Immediately when they did that, his mouth opened and black plumes of smoke came out. Remember that from the fallen angel video that I told you about. 3:20, he collapsed and fell to the floor. Then he fell asleep for a while, and the guards came in and checked on him, and he was out like a light. Okay? The demon was gone. So this kid was totally a different person after this. I mean, this was like night and day. You could definitely tell it was gone. So we did it. It worked. God did it. I should just say God did it, but he did it through us. And again, I have to reiterate this. I did not plan on writing any of this out. I did not know that I was going to see anything, but God basically told me right ahead of time, listen, document the exact time when you see these things happen. I will show you what you need to see. That was crazy to see in 2 realms at the same time, but it was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, so I talked to my friend then a couple of days later, and I told him right from the get-go, I said, don't tell me what happened, let me tell you. And then I read exactly what I just read to you, exactly word for word what I had seen. And he was like blown away. He said, that's exactly what happened. And he said, people have been talking about this like crazy. So I know what happened. I mean, because they're all saying the same thing too. There was one negative with this whole thing, and that's that about 10 minutes after this happened, all of a sudden, they heard that same blood-curdling scream down the hallway. It had found his cousin. His cousin was in the same unit. So, whew, talk about wild. But anyway, that's what happened, and I have a zillion of these things that have happened to me, supernatural things. I don't go out and search for these things. I've been close to God my whole life, but I've been kind of a target. So a lot of things tend to happen to me. It's kind of like if you're in the military and you're on the front line, you're going to see a lot more than people that are straggling around doing nothing, or they're off on the side acting like they're not even in the war. Hey, I'm AWOL, or whatever. Well, this is fun. Seriously, I've lived on the front lines, and it's good and bad. Well, anyway, so the good thing I have hundreds of these stories, things that have happened to me, and they keep happening. So I literally could do this probably several times a week and be going for years. So, well, I know I have too many things going on, but take care, keep prayed up, and peace out.